Can you tell me what benefit these are to the county?
Sure. So these zones will now be eligible for opportunity funds to be invested in them, and this is all based on the federal tax package that was passed late last year that created the Opportunity Zones program. And it allows investors to put money into these distressed communities for development, and they see an offset on their capital gains liability. So they have money invested that they would have normally paid federal capital gains income tax on. And if they invested in these areas, in projects in these areas, then they would see a tax benefit in that way for themselves or their fund. And so it's a way to get some capital into projects in communities like ours that need to see some growth and development.
And is this for new, or is it for existing, or is it for both?
Well, we've been, I think both. I've been having conversations with the White House on how they intend to roll this out, and I think we're going to have more information on that in the next couple of weeks here as the final round of states make their designations. These were initially going to be done back in March, and then there was a first round of states that announced opportunity zones then, and then other states like Washington applied for and received a 30-day extension. Mm-hmm. And so that's why ours are coming out today. So once I think we get through this part of it, we'll see the Federal Department of the Treasury start to outline sort of how this is going to be implemented. But for us, it was important to just get into the program initially, get the designations here in the county, and then we'll work with our state and federal partners to make sure that we put Mason County in a position to take advantage of these funds.
And the two areas specifically, why were they selected? Do you know?
You might want to check with Ray Peters at the Squaxin Tribe on the Southern County one, because I believe they nominated that tract.
Okay.
As one of the tribal set-aside zones. But for us, why we were excited about the Shelton North tract being designated was we thought that was an area that was, ripe for investment in economic growth and development. And so its proximity to the city, its inclusion of the port, makes it an attractive area to have outside private investment come in and help spur our local economy along.
Now, I did notice, and you might not have the answer to this, but the map shows that most of Jefferson County is one of those.
Yeah, so, a lot of this comes down to how many different census tracts your county has. And so I don't know, probably the geography in Jefferson County is such that, because of the national park and all that there, they probably don't have too many separate census tracts. So, that geography plays a large part of that.
Okay. I thought that was very odd that most of the county, Jefferson County, which the mountains and the park.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we had, if you look at Mason County, that whole kind of what would be for our purposes in the northwest part of the county, that's a census tract. And that wasn't one that made a lot of sense for us to enter into consideration for that reason. There are some places in the county that aren't maybe is prime for development and probably shouldn't be given some of the natural resources and that kind of thing there. So, I don't know what Jefferson County's approach was, but certainly for us, we wanted to make sure that we were putting forward areas that were, kind of good prime location for development.
Okay, Kevin. That's all that I had.
Okay.
The questions I had. Do you have anything else to add?
Well, it's just exciting for us to be included in the Opportunity Zones project or program. I think, whatever we can do to put Mason County in a position to be successful and continue to grow our economy, the residents of the county are going to see a benefit to that, and as as we continue to grow our tax base. And certainly my focus in coming onto the commission has been how do we work with our partners in order to bring jobs and opportunity to the county, and this is another step in that direction.